Most people are stuck in life just because they refuse to make one key decision, right? And that same key decision is the same thing that keeps a lot of companies back, a lot of businesses back. And now this is coming from the episode 30, which is the same thing as the chapter 30 of this book, The Diary of a CEO. Now, if you like the ideas in this video, it means you take yourself very, very serious, right? If you stay to the very end, it means that you take yourself very serious. And you should consider grabbing a copy of this book. It's a very great book. And also listen to the podcast. So now, a lot of companies and a lot of people are stuck because of the kind of people that they choose to hang around. Now, if you look at your life, right, I just take a step back. Look at the people you've hung around with that basically made you feel like you can do better. Versus the people you hung around with who constantly were dragging you down. And the funny thing is that most of the time, the people who drag you down are not even the ones that you realize are dragging you down. Yeah. Sometimes it's almost difficult to realize the people that are dragging you down. Because why? Because you feel comfortable around them. Now, if you think about it, I'm trying to use personal relationship here because a company is just a group of people. So think about it. You and your friends are a company. You and your relationship are a company. The difference is what brings you guys together. In the company, which you guys or organization that you people understand it to be, is mostly people coming together to achieve a company's mission and vision. That's what it basically means. Now with your friends, it's a company of you guys hanging around or chilling together. Now, those friends that drag you down are friends that you need to let go of. But for some strange reasons, you choose not to let go of them. For some very, very strange reasons. So now let's bring it back to the context of a company. So let's assume that these are not your friends. Let's assume we're dealing with a company here right now. This episode is titled Three Bars of Building a Great Team. So what are the three bars? The three bars are simple: fire, hire, or train. What it basically means is that if you look at a company, right, you have to understand that you have to rate each individual to the amount of contribution that he's bringing to the company. And also, if you rate everybody in your life with the amount of, should I say, contribution that they mean to you, ask yourself, if I'm to be like this person, where will I end up be? What will I end up in the next 5 years? That is a very, very powerful question. So bringing it back to a company is, if this particular person, right, was to determine the culture of the company, would the person be making the company better, or would the person be making the company worse? This is the actual truth, and which I discovered yesterday, and I had a very deep thought that whenever you put somebody who has negative energy, I mean negative energy, the person is always talking negative, or the person is a low performer. Yes, the scientific research was built on people who are low performers. Having somebody who is a low performer close to you drops your performance down to about 25%. Think about it. Just having a low performer 25% close to you is going to drag you down. So I tend to think about it, right? We kind of think that we're thinking with our conscious mind, but our subconscious mind is the one that is doing most of the job. The subconscious mind is the one that's speaking the cue, saying that this guy's a low performer. He's around me, he's close to me, right? Just because we don't want to make him sometimes feel bad, we stay there, and that is actually damaging our performance. Same thing with friendships. You definitely know a couple of friends that you need to get rid of, right? But for some strange reasons, and I always say over and over again, the more truth you can handle, the more you're self-improving, the less friends you have. Instead, it's not about you becoming lonely, it's about you getting quality friends. Friends that will increase the bar. On the flip side of it, right? And it says whenever you have people who will lower the culture, people who will lower your standards, you should try your possible best to fire them, right? Or cut them off. They serve zero benefits. And the irony is that they're just there to guilt trip you. They're there to guilt trip you to the point where understand this concept. And I have a video that I want to make later in the future, which is titled "You Have to Become a Bad Person." For you to achieve your goals, you have to become a bad person. I mean a bad person is it's not about committing crimes, but you have to start breaking society contracts, subconscious contracts you make the people who are trying to bring you down. So what else? So now, if you take somebody else, right, that's the person, and ask yourself, if this person is to improve, right, if it's to improve the culture of the company, what should I do? And he says here, your best bet is to promote that person. Is what he's calling your best bet. Promote that person. Same thing, if you know somebody in your life who is actively stepping up his own game, just being around that person is also going to raise your performance level. Mind you, we didn't even say interacting with the person. No. We just said that person being in your physical space alone. Talking of the person giving you ideas, talking to the person, having deep conversations with that person is basically going to raise your level of thinking. And that is where I think we should all aim to be. Where we're always surrounded by people who want the best one for themselves, because everyone is to some level greedy. So if somebody is to have his interest first, the interest is supposed to be for himself. The second thing now is that he's somebody who is willing to, who thinks in a win-win situation where anything he's doing to win, right, he's trying to share with other people so other people too could also win. You see how this thing comes together? And in the case of a company, these are the people that are worth promoting. In terms of a friendship, these are the friendships that are worth nurturing because they will do their possible best to make sure that the team wins. Also, like I said, the three bars of building a great team. In the context, I try to relate to your life or your friendships, your relationships, and also to a company, an organization, a business, because there's a very huge similarity. The difference, right, is in the purpose why they come together. The difference is the amount of time they spend together. And if you dock it, you get to spend more time with people who you are building a business with, you are working with. There is a reason for that. So this episode is supposed to be a very, very short one, right? And then in this same book, I would say Stephen Bartlett takes his effort to literally call out a lot of people who have sayings that having one bad egg. Think about it. Now, just round up. There's a story of an aunt. She received a guest at night. Trying to please this guest, she decided to prepare what is called egg soup or egg stew or something. Guess what? She had 6 eggs. She had cracked 5 eggs into this stew. The sixth egg was completely bad, and that egg ruined the entire what do you call it? The entire stew. That is the reason. Like it's a literal story. That is the reason that they tell you that one bad egg will damage the entire meal. That this is a real true life story. The second part is that one bad apple can get rid. And I have the same thing I've seen the same thing live happen when I had my staff, and I discovered that one of them was basically poisoning the minds of all of them. And I did not see this thing quick because I was sort of focused on too many things at the same time, which I feel like as an entrepreneur, that's quite a lot. So I would say that if you got to this point, you're somebody who takes yourself very, very serious. One thing you can do is we need to get more people who take themselves very, very serious. So one thing I'll tell you to do is share this video with somebody because you never can tell who it is going to help. So let me point out areas of my note that I want to just highlight. Now, Alex Ferguson says that if any current hire, regardless of how many trophies he has won in the past, what that means is that even though he has won 100 trophies, right? If the person becomes somebody who lowers the bar, who lowers the culture, he must quickly remove that person and stop their influence from destroying the collective culture. Because the best leaders understand that you need one of your roles is to make sure that everybody is on point. Nobody's out there trying to lower the bar. And like I said, a bad egg, just one bad egg, would ruin the entire thing, right? That's why I give kudos to all those caterers who must cook, because there's no way they've come across bad eggs before, but it just says a lot about them. So last thing is the definition of the word company is just a group of people. That was why when I started this episode, I told you that I tried to relate this particular episode back to your life. When it was speaking about, that's why I try to relate it back to your life with your friendships, with your relationships, because this same law applies to every area of your life. If you have a friend that's making you better, stick with them for that. You yourself, try to see how you can become a better person while you are with them. If you see anybody who is doing the opposite, that is, this person is somebody who is always being a victim, who is always talking down, who is always trying to mock you or something, who doesn't believe in your goals, cut the person off, regardless of family or whatnot. Because Or maybe you can use them as negative motivation to feel yourself right, to make yourself move faster. I think that's stronger, yes, because negative, negative, negative motivation is much more powerful than positive motivation. The will to want to show somebody that you are better than the other person, or you can achieve your goals and your dreams, is a stronger motivator. So if you see somebody who mocks you, fine, take the anger. You need to fuel yourself and become a better person. So if you made it this far, I'll tell you, you're someone who takes himself serious. So thank you very much. Share this video with somebody who you know takes his life serious. Let's come together. Let's create a group of like-minded people. Let's see how far we can take this thing. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon. And bye for now.